Today on Rock the Park, we're going to the dogs.
Give me some scratchy.
Exploring nature with our best friends.
Hold on to him. Oh, whoa, bro. Oh.
And tracking some of their wild cousins.
We got some. Is that a wolf? Or it might even be a fox.
It's a howlin' good time with amazing canines.
Oh, yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo. And it all starts right now. I'm Jack Stewart.
This is the real deal.
And I'm Colton Smith.
These are mountains.
We've been buddies for years, always in search of the next adventure.
Dude, what was that?
We share a passion for our national parks and other wild places around the world.
Oh my God. Heading off the beaten path, pushing our limits, and experiencing nature's best kept secrets.
Here we go.
It's how we rock the park. Anyone who's ever owned a dog knows they're fun, willing to work hard, and they'll go to great lengths to protect you. And while most people know that dogs descended from wolves, many dog lovers don't realize that the canine family also includes coyotes and foxes. Today, we're exploring them all and reliving some of our best all-time adventures with them.
We gotta be honest, our favorite canines are dogs, and people don't realize that they're allowed on a lot of trails in most national forests.
So on our trip to Montana's Custer Gallatin National Forest, we decided to meet up with some new four-legged friends from a local shelter.
Oh. How are you?
This black one here, that's Ruckus.
Ruckus?
Yeah.
Bringing the ruckus.
And this little blonde one, that's Belle.
Belle and Ruckus,
Yeah.
okay.
You guys ready to go on an adventure?
Hop on in, yeah.
So when they're riding in the car, we actually will buckle these guys into the seat belts just to make sure they're safe like we are.
Yeah.
We're here. Okay. We're here.
Got all the supplies we need. I got water for me. We got water for the dogs. It's gonna be a great hike.
All right.
We're hiking up to Sacagawea Peak. We've got about a little over 2 miles to get to the top, and we're gonna be gaining about 2,000 feet of elevation. It's important to wait until your dog has finished growing before taking it on a serious hike. You don't want to strain growing bones. Also, older dogs are prone to arthritis and painful joints, so a strenuous hike could do more harm than good.
Wow. Wow. That is pretty. And this is why I love Montana. It's absolutely stunning. And it provides the perfect habitat for tons of wildlife like moose. You'll spot them feeding on aquatic plants early in the morning or in the evening. This forest also protects several threatened or endangered species, including the grizzly bear, which migrates in and out of nearby Yellowstone National Park. Bears do not like surprises, which is why we make lots of noise.
Hey, bear.
And never let the dogs run. When you're dealing with dogs, you want to keep them on a leash at all times. Because if you come across something like a bear, you don't want them to get spooked and possibly have a situation where you could get hurt or the dog could get hurt. Hey, what do you think we stop here in this shade?
Yeah, get them some water. I could use some myself.
Yeah. Drink, buddy? All right, man. You ready? It's always important when you're out hiking with your dog that you make sure that they're properly hydrated. And some for me.
Yeah. As we were sitting down, I heard a little rock fall. Maybe there's some wildlife moving around, and sure enough, we got what looks like a little family of mountain goats tucked way up there on the side of this mountain. Look at how they have found a way to position themselves high up on these cliffs. They do that to get away from predators. Oh, there they go. Yeah, that's amazing.
Here we go. Ruckus, this way. To the summit.
Come here, this way.
Woo!
This way.
We made it. Good boy.
Yay!
We did it. Good doggy.
Good girl.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Man, what a hike.
Yeah.
That was no joke. He started off
just leading the charge. And he didn't slow down a ton, but towards the end, he definitely was feeling it. There we go.
You come here. You come to me. Come here.
It's amazing how quickly you can bond with dogs, and there are shelters all over the country where you can go and adopt a pup of your own. And they're just so nice, and they're just so cute, and just waiting for a good home. Some of our most memorable experiences in the parks have been when we brought ours along.
One of the most dog-friendly parks in the country is Shenandoah National Park, about 75 miles southwest of Washington, D.C. During our first visit there, we took along Jack's dog, Swisher.
Okay, buddy. Ready to do some hiking? Come on.
Let's go hiking, buddy.
This trail is awesome for dogs because it's a pretty steady incline. They don't get too tired, but it's just long enough to give them some good exercise. You having fun? This is actually about 4,050 feet in elevation we're headed to. What do you smell? All of Swisher's senses are getting a workout, and it's fun to experience the park from a dog's point of view. Because there are bears and other animals along this trail, be sure to know how your dog may react if it sees wildlife, and keep a good grip on the leash. Oh, 50 yards. Woo! Not a bad start to the trip.
No, not at all. That's a nice view.
He's getting tired. You can see him. He's just closing his eyes.
Let's go, dude.
That was a relatively easy hike for Swisher, but they don't always go that smoothly.
Yeah, when we brought my dog Junior to White Mountain National Forest in New Hampshire, you could say that experience blew us away.
We're headed into the White Mountains, which is known for having some of the gnarliest terrain and some of the craziest weather in the country.
Come here. I know, you're excited. Yes. Junior is my dog. He's made for the outdoors. He loves hiking, loves to be outside, but he's never really tackled something like this.
Colton's got a backpack for him. He's got a special harness. He's got a collar that cools him down. He's got a raincoat. He's got booties. He's got this stuff to put on his feet. It's like this dog's got more gear than I do. Our plan is to hike the Presidential Traverse in 2 days, summiting 9 peaks, all named after US presidents. That's 20 miles and 9,000 feet of elevation, so we need to keep a brisk pace, but Junior has his own schedule.
He's already gone to the bathroom, and the kind where you gotta squat down and pick up. So I guess you could say this is one of the disadvantages of having a dog with you, is hauling that around, but luckily, we are right next to the trailhead, so I'm actually quite thankful that I can run back and throw this away. Come on.
As a reminder, pet waste should be buried at least 200 feet from the trail, and if that's not possible, it's gotta be carried out. Once we're well into our hike, we're reminded of a potential hazard no amount of gear can prepare you for. How is it? Is it windy?
Yeah, 100 plus, dude. We were crawling in some spots.
Fellow hikers warn us the heaviest wind is atop the mountain on the ridge. They advise us to reassess as we go. The wind is really starting to pick up. You can see the trees start to sway. We're looking at this tree right here, which is pretty massive, and the wind is lifting it out of the ground. So if you look down here, the roots are just popping up,
there
up
it goes.
and down. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. We're not even above tree line yet, but once we get up there, I have to imagine it's gonna toss us around pretty good too. There's only one thing we can do, and that's to get above tree line and see how it is for ourselves. We got some rocks here.
Oh yeah, nice and easy.
But once we climb above the tree line of Mount Madison, dangerous 100-mile-an-hour winds make it treacherous for us and Junior to continue.
Oh man, holy cow.
Okay, yeah. I think this is it for sure.
I do too.
I mean, because if you look, it just gets worse and worse up there. There's absolutely no reason to chance it, so we make the decision to go back down and try again another day.
Even when it means cutting your hike short, sometimes you have to make the hard but smart decision for you and your dog.
Hanging out with a dog can be a great way to relax out in nature.
Catching a glimpse of their cousins out in the wild, that will get your heart pumping.
Oh my gosh, we got some. Is that a wolf?
It's a wolf or a coyote, or it might even be a fox. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow.
Dogs have been called man's best friend, but other members of the canine family haven't always been treated as kindly. Wolves, coyotes, and foxes sometimes get a bad rap when they get too close to livestock or urban areas. Overhunting and habitat loss are their greatest threats.
Fortunately, our national parks provide a safe place for all wild animals, and conservation efforts are helping wolves and some foxes rebound.
It's a thrill to even catch a glimpse of these guys, and that's exactly what happened when we were snowmobiling in Yellowstone's Hayden Valley.
Ooh, looks like Colton spots something off to the right.
Oh yeah, you can see his tail. That's a fox.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
Red foxes are the smallest of all the canons in the park and are known for their bushy tails and dark socks on their feet.
Oh, he hears something. See him tiptoeing?
Oh yeah, he's definitely looking for something.
He can hear it. Foxes, they've got this really keen sense of hearing. And so when there's something underneath the snow, they can sense it.
Foxes will prey on voles, mice, birds, amphibians, pretty much anything they can get their paws on, especially in the dead of winter.
He's getting ready to pounce. Watch him. Here he goes. Oh, we did it! Oh, man! Yeah!
Oh, that was awesome.
Winter here in Yellowstone is harsh. And to be able to survive, you need to adapt. And you gotta have some skills like that guy, because without that sense of hearing, you go hungry.
There he goes again.
Oh, my gosh. This is incredible.
We've been to Yellowstone countless times, and I have never seen anything like that here. Oh my, there he goes again.
We had another once-in-a-lifetime experience in Yellowstone when we went out looking for wolves.
The greater Yellowstone region is home to 75 wolf packs, so when we got the opportunity to go out in the wild and track some of these guys, we were all in.
Good morning.
Hi. It's 5 a.m. and we're on our way to meet up with wolf expert Carolyn Harwood from the Yellowstone Association.
Are the wolves up at this hour?
Yeah, they're actually most active first thing in the morning, so getting an early start is really important.
All right, well, if the wolves are up early, then I guess we are too.
All right, well, let's get going.
Yeah.
The wolf used to be a big part of the Yellowstone ecosystem, but they were hunted down almost to extinction. To bring them back, 41 gray wolves were released into Yellowstone in the 1990s, and their numbers steadily increased to about 450. Wolves are no longer considered endangered, but they are difficult to spot as they avoid humans. Carolyn takes us into the valley where a wolf pack has recently been spotted.
Whew. So since there's not an actual trail here, which is one of the really cool things about where we're going, we'll spread out instead of walking in a single file line so we don't create a trail, okay?
Yeah.
We are trying to go exactly where these wolves eat, where they live, and we think that it's gonna be the best way to try to catch a glimpse of them.
Holy cow. We've got the remains of a carcass here. You said multiple wolf packs had come to this to feed.
We had more than 20 wolves in the area while this carcass was fresh.
Wolves can eat up to 20 pounds of meat in 10 minutes. They have to make the most of a fresh kill because they never know when their next meal is coming.
The hills up here are a really good place to look. Cool day like this, even middle of the day, something could still be out.
I'm scanning like a madman.
I see snow. I'm scanning around and I see a rock. And then this rock starts to move. I see something moving, but it's way back there. It's blending in really well.
I do see it. It is a wolf. It totally is.
That is so cool.
Isn't it?
I see him.
You see him?
We thought we were gonna get him too.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
High fives.
Observing these creatures in the wild is truly amazing.
And to experience animals doing what they were born to do is a feeling I'll never forget.
All right, Jack, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah! This is awesome. Alaska Huskies have been providing Denali Rangers with a much-needed way to get around this vast wilderness since about 1922. These dogs are fast and able to pull hundreds of pounds, and they live for this.
Our first encounter with the sled dogs of Denali National Park was in the summer, shortly after the puppies were born.
And even though these little guys weren't quite ready to tackle a sled, their training started right away.
we start putting them through what we call puppy stress testing. And we hold them on their backs, and we hold them upside down, and we tickle their toes. And all of that is helping to stimulate the neurological development and help them respond to minor stresses and get over it.
The puppies become full team members in the second winter of their lives. Until that time, they're learning to socialize and then become part of that pack, which is just integral to making that sled run. Lucky for us, visitors get to help out with that.
Oh, here they come.
Oh, look at them! Look at them! We sit in a nice little circle, and they put the puppies in the middle, and we just get to play with them. Come here! Come here! Oh, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah!
So while this snuggle is extremely fun for us, it's important for these dogs. They need to learn how to socialize with people as well as each other. You kind of throw them all in the mix together, and they learn how to work together.
Yeah! Oh, I want one. Flash forward 2 years, and those pups were all grown up. That's when we decided to go back to Denali to try our hand at dog sledding.
By this time, the dogs knew exactly what they were doing, but it took a little longer for us to figure things out.
This is what's called the drag brake here. This is what slows the sled down. If that's not slowing you down enough, you can use the real brake, which is this big bar right here. Sometimes you have to put 2 feet on this thing to really dig it in. G is turn right, haw is turn left. Whoa is the one you'll use the most, that is stop.
We're heading out on a 17-mile trip into the backcountry with a new friend, actress and environmental activist Sophia Bush.
Let's go!
Okay, let's go! Being out here with my own dog team is so surreal.
Good job, Junko. Everything is peaceful. The scenery all around us is spectacular.
Woo! Woo! There's a tree. Good dogs, good dogs.
Oh, coming up to a hill.
The terrain out here is constantly changing. Oh, yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was close.
On level ground and in good weather, sled dogs can run 10 to 14 miles per hour. As the leader of this pack right now, it is my job to make sure that these guys are doing what they're supposed to do.
Whoa. Whoa, dogs, whoa.
If a dog gets tangled in a harness line, we stop immediately and untangle it.
Dude, wait. Kira. There we go.
When we stop for a break, the dogs roll in the snow to cool off. Winter in Alaska means a short supply of daylight, and before we hit camp, we've got a massive uphill grind.
I mean, we're walking through about 3 to 4 feet of snow.
This is brutal. We're looking back on some of our great adventures involving our four-legged friends, including the time we went dog sledding in Denali with our friend Sophia Bush. We were on the last stretch of a 17-mile backcountry dog sled trek. The dogs were awesome.
And we were so close to our camp, but the last little bit turned into an uphill battle.
Let's go, dogs.
This is where it becomes a real team effort. I have to hop off, and now I'm pushing the sled up with the dogs leading the way. Here's the workout. All right. It's definitely tiring. I mean, we're walking through about 3 to 4 feet of snow.
This is brutal. These dogs go faster than normal walking. So I'm basically jogging up the side of this mountain right now.
Come on, dogs, let's go.
Home stretch. Almost there, guys.
Yeah, buddies. Look at that.
All right, we did it. 17 miles, we made it to camp. And honestly, there wasn't a second that these guys were tired. Man, oh man, that was just incredible.
Seeing those dogs work so well together teaches you that teamwork really can take you to some amazing places.
And seeing their cousins like wolves and foxes in the wild reminds us just how fortunate we are to have our national parks and public lands to protect them.
Hey, if we can do it.
So can you.
Right, Basil? Oh. So the next chance you get, go out and rock the park.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave any questions or comments that you have.
And please subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more to come.